I was appalled at my ignorance, taken back by the questionnaire that questioned me on my knowledge of infant mortality, and my response was somewhere between 1 and 3. But out of embarrassment, I gave myself a 4, but the truth is it was still not much, if any. Clueless to the Cartier despair that added to the leading cause of infants dying suddenly because of wrong bed positioning, until I heard the testimony of his grandmother's grief as she cried in disbelief because a part of her heart was now missing, a void which was once filled by a vital piece. Never experienced the pain of twin piercings in my side like the 2 piercers took, because they didn't know that their priorities was prioritizing their stress. And now this lingering cloud of doom constantly reminds them and redefines to them their 2 bundles of joy is too taken, gone too soon, deceased. But how would she know? How would he know? I mean, stresses are ordinary. That's all that we know. That's why they can call it natural causes, because it's natural for us to stress ourselves to gain or maintain what we need while suppressing ourselves and pressing on without taking pauses. It's our normality. But this stress kills, we now see, especially in pregnancy. It kicks mothers into labor prematurely, causing babies to be born in an underdeveloped form. That's an anomaly. Preterm birth rates that deviate from an expected similarity in the statistics of SIDS that's supposed to be dispersed evenly throughout the culture diversities, which only depict the consistency of irregularities and people particularly known to be of a darker complexity. I just put that lightly, because I do express cultural sensitivity. But it does appear that the culture that's mostly affected is the one that closely identifies with my identity. So let me put it more directly. There is no diversity in this disparity. How about we stop being so passive-aggressive on this surface tension and start digging deeply into this disparity more aggressively? How about we start researching race matters to see what really matters, because we only scrape the tip of the iceberg, yet alone shovel to see what's below sea level? Or how about we just investigate Jim Crow to know if we should yield to the notion of an unfair playing field? It might just explain the cause of low health literacy and early prenatal inconsistency. Oh, and yes, preferential toxic stress on a particular type of people is indeed influential. But in research and comparison, we fail to look through that lens. But it's that historical lens that's imperative for explaining the outcome of influences of 13% of every other race versus 87% of the intense black experience. That historical situation has been impacting and influencing us for generations. And with each successful female fetus celebration, we must still add 3 more stressful generations, and then our addition problem becomes a multiplication. So we must quickly reduce these numbers drastically by overachieving in our abilities and not underperforming when it comes to addressing these disparities. It's going to take a village of thriving support, a strong economical base, and an inviting environment of sort. So all aboard, or rather all on board. Join the movement. Let's take action to protect our babies. Campaign for awareness.